Jim Jones 3000 here, and man, as a Steelers fan, it has been an interesting couple weeks. I normally don't talk about this stuff on this channel. I talked about it a lot on my old channel, but I'm a Steelers fan, and once again, it's been very interesting. Um, you know, as a fan, obviously it's you can't deny the talent of Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell. They were really fun to watch, amazingly gifted players that unfortunately aren't a part of the Steelers organization anymore. All the talk and all the everything about the locker room and Tomlin and the front office and Butler in general. You know, I don't know what goes on. There are a lot of things said, from everybody involved, but at the end of the day, it was just about the money. It's obvious that for both of the players, and I'm not hating on them for that. From a business standpoint, from the they got more money. Well, AB got more money. Le'Veon Bell, that was kind of not really funny, but I will say that had to have backfired for him in some way, because he basically he lost money. He's getting a couple, like 2 million more guaranteed, but gave up about 14.5 million franchise tag last year. So it's really, the money's not working out, and I think a lot of that had to do was Le'Veon Bell hurt himself by sitting out last season, because it just gave teams, particularly the Steelers, but the teams around the NFL, the second guess, the value, or how much a running back should typically earn. I guess what I'm saying is, it's more than just the running back. It's the sum of the parts. A lot of it had to do with the number one, offensive line in the NFL, and that goes for Antonio Brown as well. It's a team game, and although at the top of their game in their positions, there are a lot more things that come into play. On the AB side, there's a big difference between a Ben Roethlisberger and a Derek Carr. That will be seen. Not once again, not diminishing AB's talent by any means, but it's more than it's a team effort, and at least in my opinion, Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown aren't team players by any stretch of the imagination. It was all about money. Once again, from a business standpoint, I get it. As a fan, I'll move on, as we all will. I'm glad I got this jersey, and instead of an '84. The Steelers, obviously, they have a long successful track record of getting great wide receivers in the draft. Juju Smith-Schuster is amazing. Some of the young guys need to step up, but not really worried there. It's Le'Veon Bell basically giving up 14.5 million, sitting out for a season. He'll come to find that, he went to, at least in 2018, the Jets O-line was ranked, 25 of 32. That has a lot to do with it. Obviously, Connor coming in and putting up better numbers, average per carry. That kind of says a lot too in regards to the O-line and the value of a running back. I'm not diminishing Connor's talent by any means, but once again, it kind of a year to look at that. A lot of the teams around the league had an opportunity to say, like, maybe he's not worth what he thinks he is. And certainly that's the case. And going back to AB, it was all about the money. You were jealous that another player with the same position made more money than you. And whatever. For both of them had off-field antics. Hopefully they correct that. I'm not saying that Ben Roethlisberger hasn't. He has in the past. Fortunately, it seems like that has been taken care of. But just in general, I just want to sum this up really quick. AB and Le'Veon Bell, in my opinion, their numbers were great up until this point. I'm not saying they won't continue to be great, but in my opinion, their legacy in the NFL, both of them have been severely tarnished. They're not team players by any stretch of the imagination. They're only in it for themselves. Go Steelers. It is what it is. Jim Jones 3000 out. Thank you very much for watching my crappy upload. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe and click on one of my other videos wherever it may be. Also, I have an old channel with like hundreds of uploads of random things. Please subscribe to it as well, wherever it may be. Thank you very much.